Hello everybody and welcome to Event 4 of MSL Season 2. We're here for the Slitherpipe Clash. It's similar to Bathtub Endurance that you may have seen in other comps, but it's like a team. It's whichever team has the last marble not in the disc at the end wins. Speeding Snakes are hosts atop the standings by 12 points over the Phantom Flashes and the Erasers, who are tied for second, and it's Team Saturn at the back. The rules to bracket 1v1 style event. Teams of 4, whichever team has the last marble not in the disc, will be the victor. As we go into Heat 1, Team Saturn versus the Speeding Snakes. And down we go. Speeding Snakes are going to be last to exit the starting gate. Big collision there. It looks like Team Saturn has the highest at the moment, but not a good slalom motion. There's a good slalom there from one of the Speeding Snakes, and that is going to give them the win in this heat. You can see there's lots of strategies you can take. That's what you'll see throughout this event. You can go for either a collision style or try to get that angle right. It was kind of a mixture of both here. The Speeding Snakes just had better angles throughout. It was close right there. That mistake from Team Saturn is kind of what cost him there, is he hit his teammate, which kind of ruined their angle. But the Speeding Snakes are going to win this one. Team Forest versus the Erasers is our next matchup. The Erasers second in the standings. They need to move on because our hosts just keep rolling along, it seems. Down they go. No real collisions there. It's just going to be a battle of angles, it seems. Erasers have one up. They have two high up. Oh, Team Forest, though. Look at that. Look at that great angle there from Tree, I think. And that is going to give Team Forest the victory. It's just only about having that last marble rolling. You can work as a team to do that and just try to hit all your opponents down. In this case, Team Forest decided to go for the angle play. So look at that, angle straight at the disc, but managed to get enough slalom to go wide. And 12.51 is what it takes to beat the Erasers' 11.16. Now the Lightning Bugs and the Phantom Flashes. Lightning Bugs, they've been kind of disappointing considering how good they were in the qualifiers. They have gotten a bit unlucky several times. So they go around, no collisions at all. Phantom Flashes, they all got higher up though. Lightning Bugs still have one going. Phantom Flashes, it's going to be close. Phantom Flash look like they're going to have it. Yes, they will. That one Phantom Flash just kept having a great angle, and that's going to give the Phantom Flashes the win. See, the Phantom Flashes went high. The Lightning Bugs went low. And that might be what ended up giving them the loss. See, two Phantom Flash had sharp angles that really paid off. And look at that. That's the crucial slalom right there by that Phantom Flash to just get an extra few seconds. 14.71 what it takes to win. As the Midnight Skies take on the Brilliant Blues now. Our defending champs, the Midnight Skies, won Event 1. Brilliant Blues, they need to get back to some form that they had in Event 1. They go down. It's a bit of a color clash, but it looks like it's going to be the Midnight Skies. Easily a huge collision there. That is going to give the Midnight Skies the win, as they knocked Navy straight into the pit. You can see, look at that hit. Oh man, that had to hurt for Bluish. Goes straight into the disc after a few seconds. Somehow managed to avoid it at first. But there's Navy, the last remaining Brilliant Blue, and that Midnight Sky smacks him right in and gives the win to the Midnight Skies. And oh, that is not a good time from the Blues either. That could be the last place. Learned Lashers versus the Fantastic Freeze are up next. Both these teams could use a lot more points. Fantastic Freeze are going to have the final three there. As they go, Lemonade Lashers had a good angle. They try to go for a collision with the Freeze, but they all dodge it, and that's going to give the Freeze the win, barely. That actually got very close at the end. You can see there was lots of chances for collisions, but both teams kind of dodged them. And it's going to be a 9.24. Look at how close this was in the end. That Lasher barely went in, but then that Freeze went back in. As Amazing Acrylics versus the Coffeers now. The Coffeers are defending runners-up versus our B-League champs. Most successful team in the A-League versus the most successful team in the B-League. Here they go. It looks like the Coffeers have the slight advantage at the moment. Oh, it's very close. Amazing Acrylics have the last one going. They have a great duel, but the Amazing Acrylics are barely going to win, and they will upset the Coffeers. And this field was very close the whole time. Coffeers are actually remarkably good at this event. The previous times it's been held. See that Amazing Acrylic? That was just a big mistake by one of the Coffeers to slingshot it a little bit more forward. 11.70 to 10.97 is what's going to be the difference. Sushi Smashers versus Popsicle Pride in our penultimate heat in the first round. Sushi Smashers are going to have the last 2 out of the gate, but that doesn't really matter too much. And they're also going to have the 3 highest up. It's very close at the moment. Looks like it is going to be a win for the Sushi Smashers. Yes, it will. Pretty solid one, actually, and a very good time. They managed to keep that slalom motion going. So good for them. Not much collisions in that heat. You can see the Popsicle Pride kind of just... There's maybe a bit of play down there. But really, it was a battle of angles, and the Sushi Smashers perfected that. With a 15.81, that is a great time. Also a good time from the Popsicle Pride. They're going to feel maybe a bit unlucky not to advance. Now the Cat's Eyes versus the Thunder Waves. Thunder Waves off of a bronze Cat's Eyes have not really been chaotic this season. So go down. Ooh, some collisions up top. Could get very physical down here, and it does. Thunder Waves have the highest one up. Again, that Cat's Eye. Keep going. A good angle from that last Cat's Eye, and that's going to be the difference. Sometimes all it takes is just one marble to perfect that angle. And that's what it was here. See, that Thunder Wave tried to launch his teammate up. The Cat's Eyes, they had that slalom motion going. Thunder Waves had one higher up at the moment, but that Cat's Eye got that angle perfect to get one extra slalom to win the match. But that should put the Thunder Waves in 9th. And yeah, it does. They'll feel maybe a bit disappointed not to advance them in the Popsicle Pride and Lightning Bugs. But there's always, after this event, there's still 12 more events. But let's get on to the quarterfinals. Here we go. Cat's Eyes versus the Speeding Snakes now. Can our hosts continue their great form? Down they go. Snakes will have the last one out. But going up top, ooh, collision sends one of the Speeding Snakes a little bit further back. If he can get a good angle slalom there, no, he cannot. But the Speeding Snakes are still going to handle the Cat's Eyes here, having the last 3 marbles in the pipe. That is a very good result for the Speeding Snakes. That is, they're really flexing their muscles here. Can the Speeding Snakes go back-to-back golds? I don't think that's ever happened in recorded MSL history, not including the Gravel Funnel tournament. 12.6011 flat. It actually wasn't as big as a win as it looked, but the Speeding Snakes really handled the Cat's Eyes there. Team Force versus the Sushi Smashers now in quarterfinal 2. What can they do? It's going to be the Team Force with the last 2 out of the gate. They slalom around. Team Force has one very high up, and that should be enough to get the victory. They have 2 very high up. Look at those perfectionate slaloms. They're actually going to collide into each other, which is going to make it a little bit shorter, but that was an insane time from Team Forest. You see, they just had that perfect slalom. They did not collide with each other. The Sushi Smashers maybe tried to panic a little at the end because they needed to try to kill some of Team Forest momentum, but Team Forest just had too many great angles. 15.88. What a great time from them. 10.83. Team Forest is going to handle the Sushi Smashers here. Now the Amazing Acrylics versus the Fan of Flashes now. The Fan of Flashes saw our league leaders, our hosts, move on. They're already 12 points off them, so they need to move on too. They want to at least keep pace. As they go down, who's got the advantage? Oh, it looks like it's the Amazing Acrylics. Amazing Acrylics have it at the moment. It's going to be close to the end. The Fan of Flash cannot get a slalom. The Amazing Acrylics keeps it up just long enough, and the Amazing Acrylics are going to keep going, and they're on to the final 4. That match, not too physical. It was more of a battle of angles and endurance. But look at that. The Amazing Acrylics had all 4 on for a while. Look at that perfect little slalom there by that Amazing Acrylic, and that is enough to beat the Fan of Flashes. Now our last quarterfinal, the Fantastic Freeze versus the Midnight Skies. Down they go. Freeze have the last 2. Yeah, it's close to the moment. Big collision there among the Freeze members. Oh, two Midnight Skies somehow perfect that angle. Managed to go straight up. And that's going to be the difference in this match. I'm not sure how they managed to do that. They were very close to the disc. But they still found their way back up. Oh, there's just a big collision there. That is how the Fantastic Freeze lost one of their marbles pretty early. at least guaranteed to lose them. But somehow those two amazing acrylics managed to find a sharp angle when all the frees were falling in, and that is enough to give them the victory. Neither team had a very impressive time. Results 53 8th, Fan Flash in 5th, Fan Screw 6th, Cat at Cat's Eyes in 7th, and the Sushi Smashers in 8th. And what an event this has been so far. As we head into our Final Four and our first semifinal, kind of a color clash here, excuse my commentary, but that's when Speeding Snakes in the Midnight Skies. Can our hosts guarantee themselves a second straight medal? Down they go. I kind of have no clue. I think it's the Speeding Snakes with the advantage at the moment, though. Oh, the Speeding Snakes are going to win this one. Yep, I can see that is definitely a Speeding Snake. I think it's Speedy, in fact. The Speeding Snakes are going to win the match here. The Midnight Skies had the last one through. There's actually a few collisions, but it really kind of got physical down low. It was kind of sudden, and the Speeding Snakes had the last one remaining. 13.66 to 9.38. Speeding Snakes are going to win and move on to the final. They can get 2 straight golds potentially. Team Force versus the Amazing Acrylics in our other semifinal. Down they go. Amazing Acrylic have the last one out barely. They collide around, some good collisions there. Amazing Acrylics hold the top 3 at the moment. Team Force has another 3 still Salomon. Team Force trying their best to hold on, but it's going to be the Amazing Acrylics moving on to the final, trying to collect their first A-League medal. Last season, in all 4 B-League events, they collected a medal. Maybe can they do that in the main league, in the remaining events? 12.60 to 11.84. Amazing Acrylics are on to the final, where they're going to face our hosts, the Speeding Snakes. The first and third place match between the Midnight Skies and Team Forest. Who's going to take the bronze medal here? Down we go. Midnight Skies have the last one out. Oh, they hit themselves, and that actually might have helped. It's going to be close down to the line. Midnight Skies have one eye up. Oh, is that Team Forest member stuck? Is that Alpine from Team Forest is stuck, and that effectively hands the Midnight Skies the bronze. It wasn't mentioned in the rules because it's pretty obvious, but you have to get all 4 in the disc, and the Midnight Skies win bronze because Alpine got stuck. He just had too much spin, and you know, every point matters. You never know how much those points will make a difference later on. It looked like it was a very close match. For a while, Alpine had a slight collision and was spinning and just got caught. There are little divots that you can't see, and just couldn't get himself going again. Actually might not have been enough with how that Midnight Sky was performing. 14.87 is a good time, but that hands the Midnight Skies the bronze. Amazing Crooks with the Speeding Stakes for the gold, though. Who will win gold in the event for the Slitherpipe Clash? Can our hosts do it again? Down they go. It looks like our hosts have the higher team at the moment. No, the Amazing Crooks. Oh, it's very close. Neither team has a good time. But the Speeding Snakes win gold in event 4, the Slitherpipe Clash, for their 2nd gold medal in a row and their 3rd medal of this season. What a start our hosts have had. See, there was a big collision there. It sent the Amazing Crooks down, who actually have the worst time of the day, and the Speeding Snakes probably have the worst time to win. And it was barely enough, but the Speeding Snakes bring it home. And the fans are going to be thrilled. This is huge for them. The results: Speeding Snakes in 1st, Amazing Crooks 2nd, Midnight Skies 3rd, Team Force 4th, Fan Flash 5th, Fantasy 3, Cat at Cat's 7th, and Zeus Masters in 8th, running out the top half. And congratulations to our winners of today's event. The Midnight Skies take the bronze, Amazing Acrylic the silver, and the Speeding Snakes bring home their 2nd gold in a row and their 3rd medal of these games, and they will be top easily, I think. Yes, guys, fans happy, Acrylics fans happy, and our hosts the happiest of them all. And our standings, yes, the Speeding Snakes cannot even be dethroned in the next event. They have a 26-point lead over the Fan Flash, who sits 2nd, who are just a little bit ahead of our defending champs in 3rd, and the O-Racers in 4th. Team Saturn still in last, but the Brilliant Blues and Lightning Bugs starting to stand out as strugglers. The Speeding Snakes celebrating with their fans. They are thrilled. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We'll see you in the next event, Event 5, the Hurdle Race. Have a good day, everybody. And remember to keep on rolling.